the Philadelphia Eagles won again. They are now 3-0. Yes, folks. The Philadelphia Eagles are 3-0, and they look to be the real deal Holyfield. Hey, first of all, I want to thank you guys for stopping by my channel, JMacSports247. I'm JMac, aka Dooney, John McCauley. Hey, thank you again. I'm trying to build this channel, and those who have came by so far, thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the comment and subscribing. That being said, let's talk about those Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles are 3-0. I'm going to give them props. They deserve it. Philadelphia Eagles, come on, stand up, y'all. Stand up. Eagles. Yeah. I'm going to give you props. 3-0 out the gate. 3-0. You beat the Washington Commanders. 24-8? 3-0, the Washington Commanders. I really thought Wentz was going to play better. And I thought he was going to play better because he was playing against the Philadelphia Eagles, and he was playing at home. It was a home game for the Washington Commanders, and I thought Wentz was going to play better. I really did. And so I had them beating the Eagles, and God, I feel stupid. Yes, I feel like, Wentz got an arm. There's no doubt. But pocket presence, no. Zero pocket presence. And then when he gets rattled with pressure, it's a done deal. It's done. It's a done deal. I knew that. As well as I knew, okay, Wentz playing his former team. So I'm thinking he's going to have something to prove. He won the starting position for the Commanders, and I'm thinking, okay, and being at home. But I also knew the cons about Wentz, that he gets rattled. He has zero pocket presence. He's not mobile. I knew that as well, but I think I let my feelings I have on the Eagles, supersede logic. And I knew better, but I went with it. I thought, sometimes you think a quarterback going to stand up, going to grab him, what he got, going to grab his pair, and I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to show you who I am. This is why you drafted me, okay? This is why you took me as the first pick. I am that dog. And he has the arm, but I don't think he has the mind, the mental. He doesn't have the physical mobility in the pocket presence. And when you hit him once, he's done. He's shaken. You can take his cookies if you wanted it. You can take Wentz cookies. Dude, don't ever do something wrong and go to prison. Don't. People smell fear. It's like that character in Jeepers Creepers, the villain. He can smell fear, and Wentz, God, boy, linebackers, defensive linemen, they can smell fear on you, dude. And the Eagles knew it right away, And I don't think that the Washington Commanders offensive coordinator gave you an adjust, help you, not put enough protection back there, and just run the ball to get comfortable back there. And nonetheless, the Eagles put up 24 points in the first half. They did what they were supposed to do. They did what they came to do. And far as I know, they are what most people think they are. The talking heads, the Philadelphia media, my beloved son, my oldest son, who once was raised as a Dallas Cowboy fan. So, hey, Cowboy fans, don't get on me. My fellow Cowboy, he was raised correctly, but kids going to do what they want to do when they get out there. So he chose to become a Philadelphia Eagles fan. It was a business decision that he made, and I'm going to love him no matter what. you know, I love both of my boys. One being a Eagle fan, one still a Cowboy fan. So I'm really happy about that. And I know my son is happy that the Eagles are 3-0, as we would be if the Dallas Cowboys were 3-0 out of the gate. I really wanted to share with you why I think the Philadelphia Eagles are fool's gold and it's not real. So I read the article about the Philadelphia Eagles, how they finished the season last year. The twelfth week of last season, the Eagles beat the Giants, and they were supposed to beat the Giants. Scratch that. They lost to the Giants. I'm getting ahead of myself here. They lost to the Giants 7-13. And that stood out to me because they're the New York Giants. And the Giants pretty much remains at the bottom of our division pretty much every season. So they lost to the Giants 7-13, week 12. Week 13, they beat the New York Jets. Now, who do not beat the New York Jets? Okay. Your high school could beat the New York Jets. My high school, who's undefeated right now, Grimsley Whirlies, Greensboro, North Carolina, could beat the New York Jets and beat them well, beat them good. Okay. So they beat the New York Jets 33-18, week 13. Week 14, it was a bye, so it's a bye week, and they needed to rest, and they rested up and followed it up with playing the Washington Commanders and beat them 29-17. I always want to say the Washington Redskins. It's still hard, but it was the political thing and the political pressure, and they changed their name. I just think they could have done a better job finding a name than the Commanders, which makes me makes me wonder, how are they changing their song now? Hell to the Redskins. They can't say that any longer. So it's Hell to the Commanders. Have anybody heard that? I'd be cool if you listen in the comment if you heard their new song, fight song. Is it still Hell to the? I doubt it, but they beat the Redskins. They beat the Commanders week 15, 27-17, and then they turned it around, and week 16 they beat the New York Football Giants, who they had lost to in week 12. They beat them 34-10, and then they played the Washington Commanders again, another NFC East game. So they in the NFC East. And everyone knows the NFC East is the NFC least, right? And they beat them the second game 20-16, right? Just unfortunately, week 18, it was the final game of the season, and they played the Cowboys, and if you don't remember what that score was it was 26-51. The Philadelphia Eagles had scored 26 points in 4 quarters, and Dallas 51. Dallas was a playoff team. Dallas won the NFC East division. So in that wild card game, the last wild card spot, the Eagles obtained. They played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they lost. Right? They started out at 2022, 2023, playing the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. And Minnesota last season finished their record was 8-9, where Detroit was 3-13. So, and they just beat the Commanders, right? And they were 7-10, right? So the Eagles have beaten who they were supposed to beat, although they beat teams who were non-playoff teams. Again, you beat in September who you're supposed to beat. So are they the real deal Holyfield, or did they shoot them too soon is this fool's gold. I would like to know what you think. I'd like to hear a comment. Is this fool's gold? In the comments, please let me know. Is the Philadelphia Eagles real? Are they for real? Because they will play better defenses. They will play better defenses with better secondaries. They will play defenses with better pass rushers. They will play Micah Parsons twice. I am curious to see if once you take the run away from Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, will he be able to beat you with his arm deep? Especially when it's a passing down. It's a definitely passing down, and you have Michael Parsons. You don't know where he's coming. Dorrance Armstrong, Tank Larson, Tank Lawrence. So I do believe as the games progress, as the season progress, as teams will get better each game, every team will get better. And from an offensive standpoint, you should get better there as well. But the defense is going to tighten up. And I like to see how Jalen Hurts performs. So to me, the jury's still out on Jalen. I mean, I think he's a decent quarterback, but I don't think he is that franchise quarterback. I don't think he has the mentality to play pressure football. I think Dak has proven that he can play pressure football, big game football. I'm really interested in seeing Jalen Hurts play pressure football in Philadelphia when those fans become rabid. And he has to listen to that 24-hour media, that sports media, that news media that Philadelphia have. Because you can't have thin skin to play any sport in Philadelphia. And if you show, I don't follow pro basketball. Forget the guy's name that played basketball for the Philadelphia 76ers and your point guard, and what's his name? I don't follow it, but he had thin skin. He couldn't take it, and he was traded, right? And Jalen Hurts comes off to me as thin skin. He just comes off that way. But he have not hit that controversy yet. But he need to show up now, And I don't think that the head coach has thick skin. I think he bowed down to those the logos, the media, quick. Okay, he does, and I just don't think he has thick skin. Your head coach or your starting quarterback. I'm looking forward to see how things progress, and I'm looking for Monday night. The Dallas Cowboys take on the New York Football Giants, and I understand the great, famous Lawrence Taylor will be attending the game, and I have read that he will be searching out Michael Parson and watching him, and will give an analysis at the end of the game. Is he the real deal Holyfield? Is he at his level? Because I think he made a comment that when they talk about the greatest of all time on defense and our linebacker, the only thing he knows is that his name is on the last page, last paragraph, and last sentence, as well as it should be. Lawrence Taylor from the University of North Carolina is that good. Was that good. Where offensive coordinators could not sleep, week prior to playing the New York Football Giants, because LT was that type of player, and a lot of current fellow YouTubers know LT, may not have seen LT live in his prime. I did, and I've never seen a player like Lawrence Taylor in my life, and the only player to me that comes close, and he didn't play linebacker. He played in, I think, a 4-3 defense. He played for the Philadelphia Eagles. The late, what's his name? God, not Jerome Brown, Reggie White. The late great, and also Jerome Brown was bad in his own right. The late great Jerome Brown. So the Eagles had an incredible defense in the mid to late '80s, and Reggie White was the closest to me. Yeah, there was Bruce Smith, there was Charles Haley's, but there was no one like Reggie White, and there was no one like LT. And LT, of course, was a linebacker, and the Giants played a 3-4 defense. And he was all over the field where, pretty much Reggie White lined up on the right edge, and you had to deal with them, okay? Offensive coordinators had to really scheme for those players. And I think they're doing that right now for Michael Parson. If he continues on the road where he's going right now, and I'm sure the offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, again, we swept you last season, and Michael Parson was a big part of that, and so I see it happen again, bringing out the broom, but right now I'm going to give you your just. You deserve it. You 3-0 in September the 25th. 2022 to be exact, so you just deserve all the props. Yeah, you deserve it. And I'm sure you hated that the game was not won in Philadelphia today. It was won in Washington because it was one in Philadelphia. You got to play your Rockies theme song, and Fly Eagles Fly. You got to hear the chant, So that's the only thing probably negative. I am going to point out. You didn't score a single point in the second half. You didn't score a single point in the second half. So you can take that for what it is. I noticed it. Like, wait a minute. You dropped 24 early, first two quarters, and then you're a professional football team. You're supposed to be the best in the division right now. You need to score at least 3 more points. But, you take it as you see it. I'm just going to call it. I saw there's something there or not there. That being said, hey, listen, I really appreciate you stopping by my channel. Help me build this channel. Thank you for showing some brothers some love. Please hit that smash that like that's what the young kids say. Subscribe, leave a comment. I really appreciate it. And I'll try to add some more videos as soon as possible, but I will be adding one soon about an upcoming game against the New York Football Giants. I do believe we will win this game. I don't think it's going to be close because Daniel Jones is not a mobile quarterback, but he will run. He's not mobile in the pocket, so I think we have to watch the run. I do believe the New York Football Giants are going to try to run the ball with Saquon Barkley. He's doing really well right now. He's running really hard. He's the closest thing to Barry Sanders since Barry Sanders. He's no Barry Sanders, but he's the closest thing. So I'm pretty sure, that we're planning for the run, and Daniel Jones is going to have to beat us with the pass. My thing is, the play action, him running the ball, on the wide out there. He's good with the play action. So I just hope that we plan for that. We watch plenty of tape. Somebody stay home, but I don't see the game going to be close as long as Cooper Rush don't try to get cute with the ball. We got to run the ball, keep it honest with Zeke. I'm hoping that CeeDee Lamb get his 100 yards because I don't think he's obtained 100 yards so far this season. Yet this is the third game, so you need to get 100 yards to prove that you're worthy of number 88 in that number one position, the number one spot. I am hearing that Michael Gallup may be having some snaps in the game. They're going to have a snap watch on Michael Gallup. That would be nice. And, I hate the fact that, Michael Gallup do show up and then we see CeeDee Lamb shine. So that tells me CeeDee Lamb needed Michael Gallup to get off. I like to see CeeDee Lamb get off without CeeDee Lamb on the field. I mean, Michael Gallup on the field. I would like to see that. You know, to me, you're proving yourself, worthy of number one. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to the game. I think, as I said, I think the Cowboys going to win this game, and it won't be close. And again, good job, Philadelphia Eagles. 3-0, September 25th, 2022. Again, that's it. Please like, subscribe, share. Peace. 2 things.